Hey, what's up everybody? It is Kellen here from Start Your Systems again, and welcome back to part 5 of our custom track building series in MX Simulator, where today we are trying to kind of roughly finish up SYS Raceway. I'm thinking I could get pretty dang close to finishing today. I'm not 100% sure that I'll actually be to the point where I can release it yet, but we're gonna try.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate.
All right,
as I said.
already got a first follower, Acer Gravity, following, and chat is going off. Hopefully the music is not too loud. You guys can hear it just fine. Please let me know if that is a problem or anything along those lines. But as I said, we're going to work on placing some bales today. Also placing these banners that I started working on right before you guys left last time. So we'll continue on with that right now. Little banners down here. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Hope you guys are having fun hanging out today on this Tuesday. I will apologize already right now that the live stream from yesterday came out a little bit late on YouTube today. As I told you guys yesterday on the stream, I had a job interview this morning, just kind of took a long time, a lot longer than I expected, which is a good thing of course, but meant that my usual time that I'm on to post stuff I was a little bit behind on, of course, so my apologies. Please don't hurt me. Alright, these banners might not look very good. We'll see. Might like to do something different here than what I'm doing right now. Let's go take a look at what that looks like. I'm on my 2-stroke right now. Pull up that. There we go. Alright, let's see what people are saying in chat. How are you today? I'm doing great, thanks. Dang it, man. I was halfway through watching part 4. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off in the middle of that. Everybody's saying what's up. What's up with you guys? That's what I want to know. How you guys feeling today? Alright, let's see how this looks. Not too bad. Although that looks terrible right there. That. No, actually, that looks like trash. I'm gonna get rid of all of those. They all look bad. So I'm gonna use the X key. How's that one? Looks good, just needs to be turned around. Trying to plan a trip to NYC. New York City is a pretty cool place. I've been four times now in my life. And I've enjoyed all my trips. I'm gonna try to get the track finished today, but as I mentioned right at the beginning of this live stream, that might be a kind of unrealistic goal, because as close to done as it probably looks, it's actually a little ways off still. So I am going to do what I can, but we'll see just how close I get, I suppose. That's so stupid how it's going over those bumps. Somewhere closer, I suppose. see how this looks. A little bit better. Still looks like weird though. Why when I try to steal objects from other tracks, but on my blank track they show up as pictures or PNGs, so I've yet to figure out how to move objects into my blank track. I've done everything right. Well, Tristan Judd, if you follow this tutorial from the beginning.
I'm just waiting for mate.
Thank you, Ninja703 for the follow, but anyway, Tristan Judd, if you followed this one from the beginning, I kind of detailed in the first episode exactly how you take PNGs, which are objects. They have to have some sort of texture to them as well. Like for example, this tough block is just a kind of a white with a little bit of waves in it PNG. So it'll look funny. I mean, it's got like some tape on it and stuff like that, but it wraps around an object, so you have to obviously have the shape file of some sort for the object to work as well. But that's my recommendation to you if you're having troubles, is to go back and take a look at what I did in the first episode. Thank you for hosting FTX. Good to see you back today. Music is a bit loud. You guys can barely hear me. Let me see if I can try to change that. Oh, that's all the way up. That's up a little bit. Down just a little bit. Let's see if this helps too. Alright, again, tell me if that's too loud or anything. Wow, Devin Davis with the sly video games are R word. Not having a good day, Devin, or what? That good? Okay, good. You guys are saying that sounds good. Thank you, Jordy DG, for hosting. So over here, I must have done something then too. Yeah, okay, right here there's a missing stake. That's alright. I don't think it looks that bad. I mean, it's somewhat noticeable that there's not a stake there, but I mean, sometimes it's okay to have the prime rib instead of the T-bone. Haha, steak jokes.
Well, I'm just waiting for mate, as I said.
Thank you, YZRider74, for the follow. Again, hope you guys are enjoying hanging out here on this lovely Tuesday afternoon. Why did it do that? Oops. Stop it. Guess I'm just gonna have to place that one. Delete that. Now, why did it do that? Just go back. All the way. Alright. Whatever. Devin saying, I felt like expletives, so I didn't go to class, and instead I did some games of CS and got absolutely ruined all morning. That is a bummer, my friend. Alright, working on placing these banners. First stream for YZRider74. That's awesome, man. Well, again, I appreciate the follow. You guys are new here as well. Don't be afraid. That follow button can be your best friend, if you so choose to allow it. These banners are boring. But at least the track's gonna look somewhat cool with them. And you can ride right through them, which is the ultimate plus about them. Like, that looks cool when you're going down that straightaway and all that. Guess I don't need to put them in the rhythm section. So then what would be the next section that would be good to put them in? Jordy, hot girls coming over in 3 hours.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Thank you, Flutty43 or Flutie43 for the follow. Wrecked him. Alright, I've decided I no longer like these ones here. However, may end up putting some Achirby stakes down instead to designate the track. I guess if we have the decals though, it's not going to be the worst. I don't like these here though. I like them in between the jumps that are like far enough to actually do it. Thanks, Atom. I assume that's the one and only Atom Holm. Digging the stream production. Oh, come on. Why won't that let me duplicate? Go all the way back over to here. And go over here. It is the one and only Atom Holm, aka slated to win the 250 East. Misses the opening main of the season. Rest in peace. It's okay. I didn't fare much better. I only got 4 points. Ruined him. Ruined him. Adam is probably better at me, or better at this game than I am now anyway, so I take my wins when I can get them, don't worry. I'll miss the main this week and then you can wreck me on the forums. Alright, it's looking good. Forgot my favorite part about this stream today. I'm gonna actually have some beverages. I'm drinking a ginger beer. That's what I just opened at least. Drink responsibly. When is your birthday anyway, Devin? I see that you say you're 23. I'm curious how close we are in age. Straight vodka. No straight vodka today. Sorry, guys. Not gonna go that deep. Did someone say a four-way? Oh my gosh. What are you guys even talking about? I'm already scared of chat a little bit. Alright, let's see how this tastes. See, the thing is that my good friend and former two-time MX Simulator Supercross champion Brian Haskell, on New Year's, which is a long time ago, I know, don't worry, I know. He brought over these ginger beers and we made these things called fucking can't even English. Moscow Mule. Look it up if you want. And yeah, we got a little drunk off of that, I must say. But it was a good time. And then he just left the beers in my fridge. Here, go ahead, have ginger beer. I don't know what you're gonna do with that, because I don't have any vodka to pair with it. But I don't know what this even tastes like, so as soon as I'm done placing this banner over here, I'm gonna go ahead and give myself a first try. Alright, here we go. It's really gingery. Oh, it's like hard ginger ale. Woo! Whoa. There's that laying there like that. Delete. Well, I'm trying to delete you. I guess it'll just move you because you won't delete. Control Alt Delete. Bacardi, cola, and vodka. Sometimes beer. Drinking on drinking on stream is way better than drinking alone. Well, that is true. It has been rather lonely since I've been back from Phoenix. Although, fiance is coming back on Thursday, since it's her birthday. Why can't I suddenly duplicate things? Like, what? Something's gone wrong. Let me see if I... Oh, I know I can't duplicate. I was on caps lock! Same freaking problem I ran into last time I couldn't duplicate. Do you have a Copperberg in the use? What? What's a Copperberg? Let's go take a look at how that looks. Selena Gomez said happy birthday. She'd be happier. I think she would be a little happier if Selena Gomez personally wished her a happy birthday. I'm definitely not even close to famous enough to get Selena Gomez to wish her happy birthday. So if I somehow got that to happen, I think she'd probably think I'm lying. I don't really know where else to put banners because they don't really work elsewhere on this track. So maybe I'll start placing more bales. Realistically, I need to place 1,001 bales through here to keep you greedy little peoples from trying to hop over the split lane illegally. Hola! You met her at McDonald's or something? No, I did not meet my fiance at McDonald's. Well, of course you could still hop over, but not until I put in some sort of fake massive collision wall that nobody can see. That'll be fun. Watch people just like lawn dart across.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Little C169, thank you for the follow. Oh, say I met Selena Gomez at McDonald's. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think she'd buy it. So many bells, so little time. Alright, let's see how that section rides now. What's up, guys? Just showing up to the stream again. For those of you that might be first-time viewers, you can hit that follow button. But what you're currently watching is me trying to build the SYS Raceway, which at some point we will start hosting races on this track and then update it when it's ready to be updated. Racing every month or so. And we will be live streaming those races, or at least I will try to be live streaming those races. First time viewer, yay! I don't want to put too many bales because it's just like it gets to a point where it's like almost useless, but I want to put them in between the splits so it's really hard to do anything with it. Alright, later Ishimoto, have fun in your basketball game, bro. What do I think of the Husky 65 and 50? There's a Husky 50 now? I mean, obviously it's just a KTM replica, so. Don't let the media fool you, people. KTM and Husky are still pretty much the same brand. One of the big guys at KTM buys the Husky namesake from the Italians, moves it back to quote-unquote Sweden, but really it's just KTM's going into a Husqvarna frame. Like, obviously, it's still pretty easy to jump over there, so I'm gonna have to put some sort of invisible wall. Darn, I was trying to go test the theory. Do I like EDM? Honestly, not that much. I listen to it occasionally, but not my favorite music genre, and not something I listen to a whole hell of a lot either, but sometimes it's good. The reason I'm playing anything right now is because there's a lot of dead air sometimes between me talking when I'm really focusing on either riding in this game or building something on the track, so I don't want you guys to be like, what? Kellen's not talking, what? But the music's still playing, so it's not like the stream went off air or anything. Sup, Kreba? Trying to follow chat. What's going on here? What classes will there be in the races? So the plan with the races that we would host is to have your kind of typical A, B, and C classes. Probably have, just to make my good buddy Nathan Zaworski happy, a 125 class, and then a 250 class, and a 450 class, and then maybe a 50 race as well. Because we haven't done 50 races in a while. That used to be like an every event kind of thing. Even for Supercross, they would have a 3-lap 50 race back in 2012. And they just put random people in each week. I remember one time even I got in and I was just a spectator. It was basically their intermission while they were setting up the scripts for the semis and stuff like that. No idea when the races are yet. Haven't planned anything. Literally just floating the idea around in my head about how we're building this track, and then we would love to be able to live stream you guys being able to race on it as well. Build a wall in between the split lane. Oh gosh. No, that didn't work. Sweet, Tyler Mallet. That'd be awesome if you go to Southwick. I wish I could go to Southwick. Which, I guess, if I end up getting this job, fingers crossed, might be possible. At least it would be a lot more possible without it. Or a lot more possible with the job than without it. That's what I meant to say. Trying to figure out like what the real best plan of attack is here to keep people from jumping over. Because I honestly don't feel like jumping over is going to gain you really much time at all. This is more just to keep any of the jerkies from doing it to land on someone. Because, like, you land on a whoop here, and then you have no drive into this double, so... And I guess you do gain some time, but I guess I'll just make some sort of lip there. Bryce Summerall, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Where can you purchase Sim and how much? You can go to mxsimulator.com. I'd highly recommend trying out the demo first to make sure that your computer can handle it and that you actually enjoy the game. And then it's $42 if you buy it on mxsimulator.com, which is pretty much the only place you can buy it. You can also buy it through Race Factory Gaming, which helps Race Factory Gaming out by giving them a portion of the profit, but it's still the same price, so... Decided I'm gonna do whatever you guys said you wanted me to do, which is pretty much build a wall in between here. Can't believe you let me do this.
I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Thank you, Linus Anderson. I've raced you many a times, and now you're following me. see how that works. Go to gradient linear paint. Need to get far enough away that I can see all this, but need to make this small enough that it kind of fits in there without ruining what's going on out there. Can be about 1.7. Try to get this 30. Oh, that looks like it's gonna be just perfect. Although it's still jump overable by the looks of it. Might even be making it easier doing that. Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Yeah, it's still clearable. Need to make it taller. Build it bigger, better, stronger, faster, power. Jason Pama? Like in real life, was he good at Supercross? Maybe? I don't know. If you're talking about Sim, he was reasonably good, but never won or anything like that, and he finished a couple top 10s maybe, in 250s. I mean, I don't think I ever actually raced him, so I wouldn't know. Wow, that's quite a bit taller, actually. And I did a radial add instead, that's why. Oops, pressed the wrong button. Alright, let's see how that looks. Still might not be big enough. Well, you may be able to do it, but it's going to be a pain in the ass to try. Build a bigger wall. Alright, Sam says, watch the latest video. Track is looking outstanding, amazing job so far. Thank you, I appreciate that. Huh, I'm trying to think if I want to add anything else here. I guess my next point that I could do is update the timing gates so we can actually see. Where are the timing gates? Are they way off the map? There they are. So we can actually kind of get a little bit better idea of how this track rides. Just kind of move all these a little bit closer. Maybe I'll just move them all right here. Want to be able to have enough timing gates that you guys don't cut, but also not too many that you can kind of go off track a little bit and not get put a lap down. It's a tough balance to find for track creators. Do a hot lap? Well, let me put these timing gates down and then we can actually see what the lap times are like. I was actually spinning some laps earlier on this track on my 450, having a good time. Oh, that's alright from Zaka. I assume you might be talking about, I think you put a block pass on me on the on-offs after the finish, but I saw you coming, so I checked up. I mean, I thought it was fair game because you got a drive on me, so it happens. Trying to make it reasonably fair, but I also don't want people going way off the track to try to gain time. So the way timing gates work, for any of you that might be confused or have never seen what this is before, essentially, you have to ride through this half a circle, semicircle, whatever you want to call it, for your next timing gate hit to actually count. So that's also why when you're looking on your pit board and you're following someone closely, it's constantly updating during the lap. That shows how many seconds behind someone you are in relation to the timing gate that they just went through in front of you, basically. So when you hit that timing gate, it tells you how many seconds ago they hit that timing gate, basically. If that makes sense. Yeah, like I said for Zaka, fair game. Unlike, no offense, but unlike most EMF riders, they probably would have kept it on the outside, and both of us would have been on the ground, but I like to consider myself a semi-fair racer and know that when someone's on the inside, they're probably going to have a block pass on you, and in Sim, if you attempt to go for it, you'll likely both end up on the ground, so I just backed out. Random question, but do you think you could do something on how to get the better dynos in MX Sim? I can't figure anything out on how to do it. People tell me how, I can never figure it out. Yeah, I'll touch on that in a second. It's quite easy. I assume by better dynos you mean downloading the 2017 bikes and actually having them work in game. Yeah, I can show you. I feel like I'm putting too many timing gates down, but I'm trying to be kind of a little strict about it so that people aren't going off the track to gain an advantage. Super dense timing gate system where time is constantly updating almost 5 seconds. Well, the problem that you're idea of a dense timing gate laden track with that is the more timing gates you have closer together, the more likely it is that when you make a simple like bobble and go off the track and go outside of the tough blocks for a jump or two, simply just to not come flying back onto the track like an idiot like some people do, as soon as you miss 3 timing gates and you can't go back and hit, well, I mean, you can, but if you don't go back and hit those timing gates, you go lap down. You lose all progress of where you're going forward, because then JLV no longer knows exactly where you are on the track because you've missed too many timing gates in a row. And then you're pretty much screwed. You should pretty much pull off the track. The only person I think I've ever really seen entirely miss a timing gate and do anything worth a damn about it was Race Carlin, the second moto at Budds Creek. He won in 2014, and I won the first moto. But Race was actually in about 3rd in the first moto and missed enough subsequent timing gates that it put him a lap down. I think he charged up to like 19th or 18th, got some points out of it. this again. Timing gates are also another boring and tedious part about track building. Honestly, unless you are just gung-ho about track building, it's kind of boring. Like, the most fun thing to do when it comes to track building is what I do on the SYS playground when it comes to making those things to do in MX Simulator videos, where you can like literally just go like, I'm gonna test this and build it, and if it works, then it's awesome, and if it doesn't, then you try something different. Otherwise, this just gets boring and repetitive because now I've got the track pretty much finished. You think you're done. You're like, all right, sweet. Well, here we are. And then you got to do all of this extra business to make sure it actually works properly. Yeah, FMX and Sim is probably never going to happen. The closest you can get to it is just host a competition where people do ridiculous backflips, double backflips, 360s, 720s, and stuff like that. Because JLV is working on scripts that will add animations, but they're still probably not going to be that awesome. And even so, it's kind of lame. Because this game already has, to be honest, some kind of bad rider movements. Welcome to the stream, Blizzard. Timing gates are the best thing about making tracks. I don't know. Maybe to race Carlin. Nah, he'll say that making decals is the best thing about making tracks. Fantastic Reno, thank you for hosting. Hopefully you guys have enough followers on your own merit that you'll have some people watching your stream that are watching my stream that are like, oh, that guy's kind of interesting. Perhaps I'll go to his page and give him a follow. I just put those backwards. Well, you know what? I'm going to do that on purpose so that I can show you guys how that still works. You might think I totally just screwed myself. I didn't, actually. JLV? Yeah, V, like as in Josh Vanderhoof. That's the sole proprietor and creator of MX Simulator. The only person that has and is still updating the video game. Everything else is basically user-created content that you have to essentially mod the game to use. Yeah. Why don't I face cam? Because I don't have webcam. Pretty simple answer. If I had a webcam, I might face cam, but I don't have a webcam. So then you guys will see just why split sections in this game are usually hard and not used by most people in just a second. Because we're about to get to that split section, and I can show you why it's a pain in the tuchus. Could you do a stream on making decals for bikes? I could, but I'm pretty poor at it, to be honest with you. I am definitely far worse at making graphics for bikes in this game than I am at actually making tracks, and I'm still not the best track maker in this game or even really that close to it. I get by with what I can, so. "22, 24, 23, wrong." Yeah, I already explained that I'm going to leave the timing gates off a little bit so that I can show you that even if they're wrong like that, they still work. Might run out of timing gates, but I think I can place extras. Put one there, one on the takeoff of that, one on the inside of this corner, and then one down the middle of this straightaway. Oh, I won't run out. Where are they? There they are. One in this corner, one going back across the start, one in the final corner, one for the finish line jump, and look at that. I actually needed all 40 of the default timing gates that it comes with. I would use my DSLR. Unfortunately, I have a Canon 6Ti, and it doesn't record for more than 29 minutes and 59 seconds because of some sort of North America regulated continuous filming ban or something. It comes in the manual and tells me that I can't, and I've tried to record for longer than that, and it didn't. So honestly, when I was doing face cam stuff on F1 videos, and I think that's the only stuff I've ever done face cams for, I was using my phone. So this is why split sections suck, because you have to make sure that everybody goes through this timing gate, and you can't split the timing gates. So you can't say they could either go to 34 or 35. They literally all have to go through 34 if the lap wants to be counted. All right, almost there. Finish line is 38. And I want to put one right here in this final corner so that I actually have to hit it for that to count, and you can't cut that corner. So I'll save, but I'm going to leave this open and pull this out of the way momentarily so that I can open my personal folder, drag it on the screen. Go to SOS Raceway, and then we go to timing gates, which we've already been in once before if you guys remember when we did the starting gate file. Then it pops open the file, and down the left side it says checkpoints, and this is all the coordinates for the different timing gates on the track. So basically what we have here is a jumble of mess that looks realistically pretty confusing. And the easiest way to explain it is that when the gate drops, you have to go through a certain number of gates to then get to the finish line before your first lap is counted. So your first lap, we're going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whoops, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, here we are on 23 and 24. All we need to do is put 24 first and then 23, so you go through them in order, and then 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and you end the first lap on gate 38. So that all sounds a little bit confusing. Maybe it doesn't. So what I'm going to do now is copy this line just so that it's easy to trace. And on a normal lap, at the beginning, since you don't hit gates 0 or 1 again, you actually hit gate 39, turn left, as you can see, 39, turn left, and go through gate 2, and then you come all the way back to 38 again to complete a lap. So we'll save it, and let me just close this because it won't actually show up in game unless I do that. We'll go take a look again. What's up, guys? Just joining the stream. Nice to see ya. Yeah, 54 people hanging out again. I can't believe how many of you guys are watching this. Actually, I want to do some laps on my 450, so let me change back to my 450 setup. Oh no, you guys are looking at my setup. Oh no, you're gonna steal it. Oh. We want the 2016 KTM, because that's what I still ride. 38 blue. And start again. Alright, let's spin some laps, shall we? Man, we got people from Germany, from Iowa, all over the world. So the gate drops, and we come down from the very top of the hill, scooting down towards turn 1. Got a left-hand 90 through the first corner. Second corner, a little tabletop with a camel.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Caden Peluso, 55, thank you for the follow, my man. Just trying to spin a lap on this track so we can get a better idea of what lap times are like. Come down after the rhythm section. This corner you actually have to get pretty good to be able to clear it on a 450. Or just on any bike. The 450 you can pop over it from almost anywhere, but you have to get that corner pretty good if you want to clear it on like a 250 or 125. Work our way into the sand section here. Got some braking bumps down the inside. Do a crossover, you don't have to though. Over under, turning section. Drop down into the little gully.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Aussie Moto Guy, thank you for the follow. Coming down through the hoopties, through this section, under the bridge, launch across the start line. And then if all worked, we're going on to lap 2 right now. There we go, it says lap 2. So we'll go through our gates and determine what kind of lap time we're gonna run here. Oh, well, that's not going to be good when I crash. If you're on your phone, I believe that, if you're on the app, I think there should be a way to scroll down from the viewing window that you're looking at, and it just says follow. Since I'm not currently verified on Twitch, our channel is not verified yet.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
The Gaming Skater 7, thank you for the follow. But as I was saying, as we are not verified on Twitch yet, there is no subscription button. And then even when we are verified, subscribing is awesome because it gives you extra perks to the people that you actually do subscribe to on Twitch. But I believe it's a set price of $2.99 a sub. So obviously that's still not necessary for you to subscribe, but if you do, then you're like my favorite person ever. But that will be somewhere down the road, hopefully soon, that we actually get verified, and then the subscriber option will pop up. Let's see, with a fall off crash, what kind of lap time we got going here. A 140.9. So that means it's probably around in the 1.5 minute, 120 range somewhere for a non-fall off crash lap with some good lines actually being taken. Miss that rut. Oh, almost lost front end. Coming round the corner. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Taking some alternate lines, bro. Yeah, So there you go, 130 exactly, with a couple mistakes. I mean, that's pretty much it though. Like, timing gates work perfectly from as far as I can see. And the lap time is a pretty good standard for this, because it's kind of like a supercross motocross hybrid type track. One of those type of tracks I was complaining a lot about during my recent track walk. But anyway, it's $4.99 per month. Wow, that's a big subscriber total. Heaving. You should make an inside rut before the finish, so if there's a tense battle coming down to the wire, it's not so one-lined right there. Well, my hope with leaving that inside open going into the final corner is that if you have some ballsy MFer with a tense battle coming down to the line, they're gonna like send this single, land somewhere over here, and just basically go and clean somebody out to get the spot. Because that person trying to hold on to the spot, if I make an inside rut, for example, then they'll just go to the inside and they'll hook the rut and be fine. But if they want to protect their spot, maybe they'll go to the inside. Yeah, I mean, they'll make it no problem. But if you leave it without a rut, they have to protect on the inside, which is slower.
I'm just waiting for mate.
They can pass it on the outside. KJDAB 2003, thanks for the follow. I need to stream earlier. It's so late in Denmark. Well, the problem that I run into is if I stream earlier, then I get almost none of the USA audience to show up. I mean, some of you guys are awesome and do show up, but I understand that the people in the USA, even streaming right now, people in the USA might still be at work or might still be in school. It's just still kind of like in the work day. And to be honest, if I do get this job, which I really hope I do, my plan is to continue with streaming. It would actually be a lot later though, because obviously I can't stream while I'm at work, and I'd have to stream when I got home, which would be later than right now for sure. Probably every day, so sorry, but you guys might have to get used to it. Anyway, got the timing gates laid. Pretty happy about that. I think the next step that I'm going to start working on is actually finalizing the decals. So I'm going to start changing the color of these a little bit to fit it better. Change the color of the bridge, and then start actually laying the rutted decals down. But someone had asked if I can show them how to do the new update to the bikes. So I'll show you that. So we just go to our MX simulator, right? I'll actually close out of that. So we go to our MX simulator. Look, here I am on my page. Under general discussion, you have the most recent snapshot right here, which is the 1.8 snapshot. And this is just the test. I'm pretty sure for this right here that fixes that. So what we really want is the 1 dash, like this. No. Want this, but the January 3rd version. So let's go to board index. I'll paste that, and we want 03. Refresh. Refresh. There we go. So here's this snapshot. We go to here. It's on. Oh, we're already on the first page.
It's only a game. Why you have
Oh,
to be mad?
Ozzymoto guy, thank you so much for the $10. Let's see what you had to say. Hope this helps. I know it's not a lot, but love your work, man. Keep it up. Can't wait to get my hands on your new track. Absolutely, man. I appreciate the donation so much. You have no idea how much that means to me. It helps me out a lot more than you think right now.
Well, I'm just waiting for mate, as I said.
Thank you, JD Selkirk, for the follow. Anyway, back to the snapshot. I already showed people how to do this. Excuse me. Ugh, ginger beer is still rough. By our snapshot tutorial, basically if you're under a Windows user, you just open this guy and it downloads, so it ends up right there. If you are wanting to download the new bikes, what you need to do is extract this into your personal folder. So again, it'll download. It's going to be this RAR file if you have WinRAR. And then go over to, not your personal folder. I want to go to mine is in my solid state drive. Program files, MX simulators. So this is your install folder in here. And I have my stock model replacement packs in here, which I can also show you.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
RideRed922, thank you again for the follow. Basically what you need to do is this guy right here, drop it in. It'll say, are you sure? And you say yes. This is my current MX simulator, right? So it's actually the exact same file. It was updated at the exact same time. This is my January 3rd one, so I'm not going to update it. But if I were, I would take this and toss it out. I would throw it into the trash somewhere up here. Not going to do that. And then I would rename this to mx.exe, and you want to create a shortcut because then you have your icon on your desktop, and then you can rename it MX Simulator, which mine is up here. But again, that's the easy part. All you need to do with this guy is literally open up the RAR file, which is this. It'll say, you have a trial and blah, blah, blah. And it's already in my folder here, but you just drop it in. It'll say, what, you want to do that? You say, yep. Nope, why did that try to uninstall? Because I put it in the uninstall. Replace file. You'll move it. And then you have the 2017 bikes. They'll appear as regular bikes, the stock bikes, until you get a stock model replacement pack. So the stock model replacement pack that I used was created by a username. Well, I need to go to quick links, members, here, username. It is wall amped. This guy. You search his posts. Stock model replacement. Oh look, 2017 stock model replacement pack. Bingo. Found it. Go back to the first page. All you have to do is literally download this and then put it into your install folder, which I already closed. But that you just download this and drop it in your install folder, and then it shows up with this bike and a bike that will cover these dynos essentially as a stock model. Yes, aka Storkin, this guy. Lux user live, already done a video on it. Check out our MX Simulator tutorial playlist, and hopefully you'll be able to figure it out yourself, because I've already done quite a few videos on how to install stuff like that. Alright, later, Mr. MX 198. And Tyler Mallet also leaving. Trying to see what else people are saying. When are you going to release the track? Probably not today, as I said. Going to be just short of actually finishing. But I want to go to my decal folder and plop the track base in here. So I want to adjust this. Go away. I want to take the vibrance down a little bit. Take a little bit of saturation out of it. Trying to make it darker to match the Alright, let's just save and see how that looks. Save. Saves the old file. We'll go in game and take a look. But so Lux, I don't understand what you want me to do. Like, you want me to literally just make the same video over again for the purpose of getting a new player involved, which is, I understand what you're asking, but I'm telling you, we've already done videos explaining how those things work. So it's not really like, I just don't want to do the same video over again, basically. I don't know. I guess I like the way this looks. It's a little bit darker. You can kind of see things a little bit better. I wish it matched this dirt up a little bit better. It just doesn't seem to do that. I'll try again. What's up, Lens? Jordy, is he getting ready for his girls? So it looks like I need to lighten it up just a little bit again. Stop it. It's totally genuine. I just don't want to sign up for it again. Vibrance. And a little bit of saturation. And save again. And let's go take a look. Back and forth with playing with the decals to try to make them look good and blah 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 blah. Alright, I think that's about as close as I'm going to get, because it looks like a similar texture look, but it's just a little bit darker, which obviously would make sense. Alright, next step, ruts. Adding ruts. Ruts. Unless you sign in, we cannot annoy you with upgrades for more money out of your pocket. Yeah, pretty much exactly what Adobe's trying to do to me. It's like, no, calm down. I already got it. Alright, let's see if I can find a rut decal. Here we go. Exactly what I was looking for. Well, maybe not exactly. Let me see. You need a pretty good PC to run Sim. I'll be honest. Not like crazy good, but pretty good. This is probably more of what I want. I'll copy it. Actually, I want both of these. All of these, whatever. Raceway, decal. When does real life riding come? What? What's been my favorite track this year? Are you talking about the Supercross tracks or what? I think I also need to make these a little bit darker. Alright, ready? I'm gonna have this thing pop up again. I'm gonna say, okay, I'll sign in. Just remind me later. Actually, I don't need to make those darker. Those are, shut up! Decals, notepad. Go to the bottom. Take the last one. Copy the line. Paste. It is decal dirt underscore ruts. 20. Yeah, let's make it 20. I'll keep it small. I'm gonna put this on 457 by 611. Save. Let's take a look. Alright, later Aussie Moto Guy, thank you again so much for the donation. You are the true MVP. You the real MVP. Give you a round of applause. When am I gonna post GoPro videos of me riding? When I can find my GoPro Hero 3. I don't know, it's just gone literally missing. Can't find it. And I'm not lying too. I've looked everywhere and I can't seem to find it. This red decal is somewhere. I just have to find it. That is my one true quest. Alright, let me just go back and look at where I actually placed it so I remember. Should have put it somewhere that was easy. It's 457 by something. 611. Oh, just opened another one. 611. Found it! Gotcha. You dirty, rotten little scoundrel. Alright, ready? Now it's time for some real fun here. We're gonna go spacing to 0, or to 25 or whatever. And just nope, that looks like crap. Start over. Just quit. Try again. Out of the track walks I've done this year, what's been my favorite track? Whew. Well, I mean, I could be just completely biased here and say that my track was my favorite track. Kellen Brower's House 20, what is it? 17? 2016? Is that what it's called? Something like that. But I don't know. It's a good question. I don't often think about what my favorite track that I do is. Ah, decals, 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 so many decals. Just want to stop doing decals. Let's see how trash that looks. Yeah, pretty trash. Gonna admit. Quite the trash look here going on. Man, I don't know what to do. Just remember that you cannot go in and put a website at the start. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. I want to play MX Simulator so bad, but I don't have the money to buy a $1,000 computer. Same. Alright, I've decided I don't like this decal. That's not what I wanted to do. Sucks. Get it out of here. Delete. Nope. Wrong button. There we go. Let's go back to this and take a look at our dirt base. Like this. That looks a lot better. Still not very good looking though. Wait, why? Huh. Interesting. What's on this one? It's all I use for dirt? So weird. So weird, bro. So weird. Oh man, I'm hitting a creative block here. Let's see what decals look like on this. Well, maybe this will look good. Let's try it. On track clay ruts, this is called. We got our trusty statues file, and it's called On Track Clay Ruts, all one word. And instead of keeping it at 20, I'm gonna go 40, so I don't have to keep doing these small little ones. I got everything you did for the new dynos, so you don't need to explain again, but I missed what the folder to put it into. You need to put it into your install folder. So wherever your install folder is, mine is in my C drive and my x86 folder for program files, MX Simulator. So just to roughly show you what that looks like. This PC, my C drive, program files x86, MX Simulator. This is my install folder. So wherever you installed the game to, you need to find where this is.
It's only a game.
It's only
Why you have to be mad?
Thank you, the Gaming Skater 7, for your $2. And it says, I have this left on a card and I won't use it. Thanks for making amazing videos and let me look forward to your videos every day. Man, thank you for making amazing little donations like that. Really helps make my day so much more special. It really does. Super pumped on it. Is this the file I'm looking for? Nope. Maybe I named it wrong. Probably named it wrong. Go back in here. Go back to SYS Raceway. Go to decals. Go to notepad. Okay. This is supposed to be a 457 611, and it's on track clay ruts. Thought I named that right. On track light clay ruts. Oh, okay. On track light clay ruts. I'm so pumped, like, doing these live streams and having people come on here, make chat as awesome as you guys are making it, and then be so kind as to donate, like, I'm chuffed. I'm so pumped about it. Like, I don't think you guys really understand, and I'm sure if Moto Gogo is around here, he can attest to it, like, how much you, like, pretty much make a streamer's day by taking the time to come and hang out with us and chit chat. I mean, even just chit chatting is already so nice of you, but then to go above and beyond and donate, like, real MVP status. Yeah, exactly, Moto. Like, it's, yeah. Oh, I have a text message. Maybe I shall, Moto Gogo. Sim later tonight does sound like a good time. I do have more free time tonight. And by more free time tonight, I mean more free time tonight than I did last night. this is looking a lot better. I feel like it is at least. Kellen, how do you get in pro races for championships and things like that? You can sign up through racefactorgaming.com, or you can sign up through mxsemf.com. That's where most of the pro races I do at least are. There are some amateur RAN series that also have pro races. Dang it. Dang it. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Oh, that was a mistake. There we go. Fix our mistake there. Just laying decals that actually go around the track now. And then I'm probably going to change the color of them because honestly they look ugly as. And they look alright, I just want to change them to be darker. One last thing that I'll be done annoying 13. I got it in my program's 86 MX Simulator folder, but the new link didn't come up for the new shortcut. Technology and stuff is confusing for me. How do I stream on Twitch? I use Open Broadcaster and start streaming. Well, to answer your question, Doug Bauer, you should have the exe file pop up. Exe files are like universal. You don't need any sort of program to be able to see them. So the fact that you aren't, when you download the snapshot, you aren't getting an exe file, you've done something wrong on your end. There's so much sand in the way here, I can't really see where I'm placing these. But they are just ruts, so they're supposed to kind of go blend in a little bit with the terrain around them. See, so that looks really good in the sand. It doesn't look that good on the rest of the track, though. Almost should have done the sand separately. I was just about to watch Checkpoint episode 4, but I guess I'll stay here now. Yeah, well, this is the most recent version for sure, so. Unfortunately, I might be taking away some of the lust of watching episode 4 by doing a stream so quickly after releasing it, but doesn't hurt. Get the feeling I didn't build this in the right spot. Not build, I didn't lay the decals in the right spot here. I'll be able to find out though, because I can just ride around the track and see for myself. Whoop. Oop. Oh boy, oh boy. Rode out of it. Oh, that's in the right spot, I guess. Did notice though I need over here to move these decals a little bit closer to the jump face. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Now going under the tunnel is like the toughest part because you don't want the decals to magically place themselves on a different part of the track, aka the part above the over-under. Like you can even see a little bit of the decal carried over right there, but I'm not too concerned about that, to be honest. All right, got that. Shit. Wrong button. Alright, got that. I think I'll put a landed decal right about here. Ah. Lap times are going to be about 120s to 130s for the pros. Probably mid 130s to 140s for the AM guys. And probably about a 2-minute 40-second lap time on a 50. Alright, let's just roughly take a look at how this looks. Oh, that's already a failure and a half. Definitely the ruts are a lot easier to see now that there's a top layered decal on it. I'm gonna have to make the base decal a little bit lighter once again though. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let me make that base decal a little bit lighter again, because I think I actually like the lighter look of this top decal. Oh, I placed one a little bit sideways somewhere in here. Gotta find where it was. I saw it. I zoomed out. Oh, there it is. I'll just fix it. See what else. Well, it looks pretty good elsewhere. We've got our pretty much raceway set up now. We'll save it. And then this one I want to make lighter. Oh my gosh, stop it. So bump up the brightness a little bit. Take some of the contrast out of it. But primarily I want to saturate it, but I want to make it a little yellower. It's pretty red right now. So to do that, go to color balance and add some yellow to it. Made it a little too yellow. Let's see how that looks. What's up, Burna Boy and Reed 5113? Well, you actually already. Oh, you just did get here, actually. Never mind. All right, let's see. Yeah, that looks so much better. It looks like it actually blends on these tabletops now, so it looks like the track is supposed to go there, and then looks way, way better. I'm almost thinking now of making the bass a little bit brighter as well to kind of fit it all. I don't know. I guess it looks pretty good regardless. Alright, who wants to see me try this track on a 125, huh? See if I can even get around it. Because obviously, I can get around it just fine on a 450.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Thank you, Ben K, 2016. Alright, we're doing it on 125. Everybody's saying let's do it, so we're doing it. I'm pretty sure our bike's 125 is on the YZ. Nope. Nate put it on the RM. I can't believe it. Where's my 38 bike? Right here. Alright. Let's stop front wheelies. -1-1. YOLO. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. 125 in it.
Well, I'm just waiting for a mate, as I said.
Thanks, Clayton Slamans, for the follow. 6 gears on the RM. Oh man, already OJ in the first jump. That's a good sign. Nice, I can get that triple into the corner. Real question is if I can get this jump. It's a huck. OJ, oh boy. So it seems like there's one jump on the track that's hard to do on a 125, because I was able to get the one tabletop I was concerned of, which is the one out of the third corner from the inside. I was able to triple into the corner after it. So this tabletop I can do no problem. See what it's like going to the inside on this bike. No problem. Rips around the corner. I got a terrible drive. It's in the wrong gear. And I still can't turn. I want to make sure that this tabletop is doable. If not, I'll need to like raise the berm or something. I think I'm going to do that. I honestly think I need to raise that berm. It's okay. I've got a pretty simple fix. Just double the berm size, essentially. So go here. Go to our radial add. Have the tolerance on 0. And raise it. Now let's see what that looks like. Alright, later, Asker Roland. Have a good night's sleep, my man. Oh, that's way better. Yep. Get it first try. This track's actually super fun on a 125. Oh man, I can already feel that these 125 races on this track are going to be so fun. Alright, let's get an accurate lap time because I've been kind of farting around here. Gosh, this track is honestly very fun on a 125. Look, you even ran a 130, so you can do 131s or 130s on 125s. When will I stream next? Probably on what day is that going to be? Thursday, because tomorrow night obviously the race will go off again. So yeah, Thursday most likely. All right, let me work on the parking lot before I'm done for the day. So let's get the. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. What did I just open? Oh. Decals. I did, Ringo. I'm considering it, but I'm also kind of trying to work on something else right now. So I'll get back to you and let you know whether yes or no that will work. I want what haven't I put in? Stripe W, Stripe W1, Stripe W2, Stripe W3. Stripey 1 is what I have not put in. Where's the music? Oh, it ended. Start over. If you so choose, please. There we go. All right. Interview went pretty well. I don't really want to jinx it by saying anything about it yet, but I think it went pretty well. Alright, so this is the same thing. So this needs to be stripe. Oh, that's all caps. Stripe W. Where's my mouse? Oh, here it is. Copy. Paste. Let's put this at 600 by 500. Oops. Put this one at 650 by 500. This is going to be stripe 1. Yeah. Another one. This will be at 700 by 500. This will be stripe 2. Then this will be at, let's just go 550 by 500. This is stripe 3. And last but not least, this one is just stripey 1. And we'll put this guy at 500 by 500 and save. 40 might be too big, but we'll see. I'm not gonna say what company it is, but I will say that you are incorrect, Light of Hellfire. I am not trying to get a job at Evergood. I promise, talk about this job, because it's, if I get it, it's gonna be pretty big. So I will, of course, want to talk about it. Decals. Alright, so this one, oops. Oh wait, what the heck? The heck? Is it, no? Is it this? What? I can't tell which one this is. Which of these nodes? Oh, found it. Got our stripe. Alright. Now the next question is, where are the other ones? You'd think they'd be pretty easy to spot because they'd be on top. Unless I named them wrong. Well, I know where I put them all, so let's just go by that. We have one at 500 and 500. Those coordinates put me, I suppose exactly where that thing was just now. I also have 550 and 500, which is over here. So let's just go across the 500 line. There should be another decal at 600 and 500, and there's not. So I must have incorrectly named them. So let me save and see what I did wrong. No, it's not. Honestly, it has nothing to do with like my quote unquote fan base or anything. I just strictly don't want to jinx it. Like, I don't want to say things are looking really good, this job really might happen, and this job is blank, and then not get it. Like, I would feel like, oh, that sucks, like, so bad to have said what it is, and then I just don't want to jinx it. I don't know, I guess I'm being superstitious. Stripe. Oh, I'll just name them Stripe, and it'd be Stripe W. Okay, that's an easy fix too. Or they're not even here. What the heck? That's weird. I wonder why I didn't save them. This needs to be stripe W1. Yeah, stripe W1. We'll put this at 700 by 500. So it ends up over in that parking lot. Stripe W2. There we go. Put it at 400 by 700. And last but not least, our favorite, the one and only, a stripe W3. Again, 700. And this one we'll put at 450, so it's in between them. Nope. That one. There we go. Save it. Close, close, open. What am I doing right now? I'm trying to make the parking lot, because right now it's just an asphalt nothing. So I want to make it the parking lot with these. I'll put some sort of gate in right here, probably, to oh, that doesn't look like it's going straight down. This thing is a little bit crooked from what it says it is. That's annoying. Alright, later, the fudge is real. Have fun doing your homework. I know I won't. Oh, wait, I don't have any more homework. Of course, I say that now, and then I'll probably go get my master's degree and be like, fuck. Shouldn't have made fun of the fudge is real back in 2017 about homework. Jack Perry got given the RF gaming decals today, huh? Interesting. Well, that's cool. Jack Perry's awesome, but wonder what's up with Race. I mean, I know he kind of bailed on me streaming, so I'm not particularly thrilled with him right now, but wonder why he's not going to do it. Look up a British track called Hawkstone Park. That's what I'm working on now, getting all the train files accurate. Awesome. Good to hear, Bradley. I don't know what I'm doing here. Really don't know what I'm doing. I just completely ruined that. This guy. These actually need to be smaller. Both of those. So that's... What's this decal name? Gotta go find it again. I thought it said the decal name somewhere. Apparently I'm just stupid. I can fix, or not fix, but lay these down, because this is going to be easy. parking lots. Parking lots, parking lots. Still don't know. Oh, here we go. I feel like the easiest way that I'm going to be able to do this is this way. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you, Mr. MXS Mine. Glad that you're enjoying the series, man. What's up, Benzo Lithium? Love your content, YouTube sub, and Twitch follower. Question: I learned to play MXM with a keyboard and have since got a controller and can't use a controller for the life of me. Any tips to get used to a controller? Unfortunately, I don't really have any good tips because I learned to play with a controller. So the only thing I can tell you is just like keep playing, basically, and try to get more comfortable with it, because a controller is, no offense to keyboard warriors, but it is better to play with this game on a controller. Jeez, parking lots are fun. The cool part is that I'll actually be able to put like some trucks and stuff in here. Make it look semi-realistic. I've gotten comfortable with keyboard, that's my problem. Some people, interestingly enough, once they start playing on a keyboard, they never go back. They just continue to play on keyboard. There's actually a rider in the AM class, I believe, that does Race Factory stuff these days. And he's actually won some amateur races while playing on keyboard. So it works still. It's just more difficult for sure. Oops. Oh, I didn't need that last one. Alright, so now I can just lay these corner pieces and I'll be good. I don't know which one of these is the mark. That one. See, this is all like the crappy parts about building tracks right here. It's just this relentless, never-ending cycle of basically just doing the same thing, like just laying the exact same decal down over and over again. Like it's not terribly sad, but it's just not that fun to do. But fortunately, it looks like we've got a completed parking lot now. I'm still on my 125. See, so now we got pretty completed looking parking lot here. I'll be able to put some vehicles in there, like I said. And then I'll have a gate. Probably like right in here somewhere, maybe right across like this line. That's like the entrance gate where you'd have to pay the fee to get into the track. Let's lay some more statues down. Some more grandstands out there. I mean, it is going to be family friendly. Gotta have more grandstands. Any tips on getting better in sim in general? How long did it take you to get good? Well, I've been playing since late 2011, and at one point I was playing every day for several hours a day, and I'm still not really even close to like the top guys in this game. At least now, for sure. There was a point in time where realistically my speed was close, and if my consistency was great, then I could be with those guys. But now, like, if I start, like, for example, if I start, if I get the whole shot in tomorrow night's 450 main event, which I'm not going to be racing the 450 class, I'll race the 250 class, but let's just say, for example, I got the whole shot in the 450 main. Even if Tyson and let's say Jeremy Smith and Burkeen all went down in the first corner, odds are pretty good that even if I stay on two wheels, one of those 3 guys is going to catch me in about 4 laps based off of lap times alone. So, I mean, like, there's just no messing with that anymore. Like, I can't compete with that. So, my my tip that I try to give any new player to this game is, if you really like it, then play it more and just try to get used to doing things that are out of your comfort zone when it comes to playing this game. But if it's not something that's your cup of tea, that's totally fine. But if you really want to get better at Sim, you have to play it a lot. Like, all the guys that are, you know, the Shipleys and the Tysons and stuff like that are really good at this game now, were every day, all day kind of players at one point. And they've gotten good enough that they don't have to do that anymore. They still play a good bit, but they don't have to play every day, all day to continue to be as good as they are. But they definitely had to at one point to get that good, for sure. Going over my 2-hour limit today, but I'd like to actually finish up this parking lot and then maybe put that stand in like I wanted to. So now that I've saved this, Ringo says play with people that are faster than you, and quite honestly, it's not a bad idea. When I started playing the game, I would hop on TeamSpeak, or back then it was Ventrilo, and talk to who are now my friends, Zach Dupuis, Mike Owen, back then Austin Jones, Brian Haskell. I'd just hang out with them, talk to them, and try to be friendly with them. And then through that, they would give me tips and pointers that they knew about the game, and so I'd be able to go and play in servers with them. Obviously, it was more often when we would be like qualifying for a race or something like that, but yeah, that's what I did. Alright, what statues do I have? I have all of these. Oh, I want to, before I get too far, change the color of that bridge so it matches a little bit better. Stop. Bridge PNG, right? Bridge PNG. Save. Yes. Okay. Alright, let's take a look at what this looks like. Well, let's take a little bit longer to save Photoshop. Alright, there we go. Probably not releasing the track today, as I mentioned before. I still want to do a shadows tutorial, which I think it was Brad Clay that wanted to help me out with that. Alright. Oh, that tunnel jump needs to be a lot lighter of a color. Way too oversaturated. Tone it back on the saturation a little bit. Again with the PSDs, just PNG. That's all I want. PNG. Alright, now let's look at that. Now it's a little bit too bright, maybe. I just don't want to keep messing with it. It's good enough. Whatever. Alright. I want stripe W1 and stripe W2 to be smaller. So I go to decals, notepad, open. There's a bunch more of these stripes on the bottom. So stripe W1 down here. Let's make it 20. And stripe W2, also make it 20. Save, go back in the game. Yep, those are better. Decals. Alright, got that. Who do you think is gonna win this week in RF? Well, I don't know. I think Shipley should win simply because I'd like the series to stay interesting. But who really knows? Alright, cool. Bradley Clay. That would be awesome if you popped in on Thursday's stream. Let's take a look what I can do in terms of getting one of those boxes that people have to stop at to pay a fee at the gate. I want to go to models and skin editing. No. We'll go to track editing. Release track objects. Smith. Unfortunately, I don't think Jeremy Smith is going to be racing many of the East races in RF because he's racing 250 East in real life. So I'm not too sure we'll see much of him, unfortunately. I'd certainly like to see him racing because he adds another dimension to racing in this game if he does race. Oh man, don't feel obligated to donate, please. But I mean, if you do, you're so awesome. But again, I enjoy doing the content for you guys just as much as if I was doing it for free or if I was getting paid. Just one way my pockets will be a little bit heavier. And my smile might be a little bit bigger. Nah, I'm kidding. Or am I? Why is my internet loading slow? All these stupid image shack images gone. Yeah, Burkeen winning would be cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find exactly what I'm looking for. I just hope I can find something that's good. Porta-John thing is funny though. Should probably get one of those. No, Ringo. It is not vital. Just hold your horses about the job, okay? I'll explain it if and when it happens. All I want is just like a little house thing. The race is going to be in Atlanta this week. Oh, dang, Moto Kid. 100-foot quad. That's pretty sweet. Oh, this will work because I need a stop sign. Oh, I just want... I mean, maybe this would look okay, but I just don't think it will. Having no luck being able to find just a little looking tool shack shed looking thing. Oh, maybe power lines would be good too. Alright, screw it. I'm gonna go find that post. This one. This small house. Let's see if it's still here. Nope! Figured it'd be gone. This is what happens when you go digging in the forums looking for old stuff. I did see this reposted a couple times though, so maybe they re-uploaded a link. Any good tracks for beginners that you recommend? I'm trying to think. I mean, there's... Just go like, honestly, a track similar to the one I'm building now. They're called fair races or local cross. If you go to tmfactoryracing.com, you could find one that would probably fit your needs. Doesn't look like they actually did repost this. Well, I'm actually going to use TM because I want to see if I can find some objects here. Huh. Somewhere they have it. Must be here. Maybe they don't. Oh, I just want a shed. Just a little shed. Do any of the tracks I have right now have one? Lots of trees. And a water tower. Trucks, vans. That's pretty much it. Horse trailer. I don't know what that looks like though. Can't find something. Really just want to be done with this stupid thing for the day. There's this. It just doesn't seem like something you'd pull up on to like sign in at a location. The Yamaha test track does have a what's it called? This thing, which is like a house type of thing, but doesn't really go with the environment that I'm trying to do. Oh yeah. Nope, none of those are gonna have what I'm looking for. Oh yeah. All I just want is one little freaking shed. Maybe soon. Jacoby-son. Hopefully soon. We'll see. Let's see what else you guys are saying. What's your field of view, height, and angle? I will show that in just a second. Building. Who is this building you speak of? Doghouse. There are all these places that just don't have any tower. Oh no, this is the water tower. I'm gonna use this thing. This building right here. Copy. SYS Raceway, statue, paste. And go back to this. Where did I get that from? It's here, right? Yep. Let's go to his statues file. Take a look at what's going on in here. Not seeing a building in here though. Unless I'm just stupid. Nope, doesn't look like there's a building in here. Alright, we're gonna YOLO it then. nope, nope. I've decided we're gonna YOLO it. Alright, so oops. Alright, statue, and then this building is called building, right? It's just called building. And then the PNG over here is also called building. Save. Let's make sure that building.jm, building.png should work. Doesn't, throw my computer out the window. That's all right, Brad Clay. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna run with it, and then I'll be done for the day because I'm a little bit frustrated with this track all of a sudden. All right, let's see if this would work. Well, maybe not. Statues. Where is the thing for this statue? Oh, I put it right on top of this like an idiot. Is there windows on the side of this? Like, could I put it this way and it work? Night Kreba. There are not windows on that side of it. All right, well, guess just gonna have to put it this way, and people are gonna have to like actually get out and park to be able to pay their way into this place, because that's how ghetto we roll. So like, gotta come up and stop right here. There's some nice friendly dude hanging out that's like, here, I'll take your sign in. And you come up in here, and then there's like 1,000 places to park. And the track is pretty much done. I don't really have to do much else to the track. So all I really need to do at this point is just finish the statues next week, and then probably release the track. Just get everything finished up, and yeah, I'll be good to go. Anyway, that's gonna do it for our stream today, because I'm already 2.5 hours in, and that's almost 30 minutes too many. Anyway, thank you guys again for joining us today, and thank you again, huge shout out to Aussie Moto Guy and the Gaming Skater 7 for your donations. You guys are both awesome as can be. Later Dunlop, good to see you again, my man, and good to see everybody that showed up. Oh wait, the Gaming Skater says he's about to donate $4. Shall I wait for him to donate the $4 so he can get put on the stream? I'm gonna see. Is he gonna donate? Is he not? It's gonna be Russian roulette here on whether he's actually gonna donate or not.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Thank you, the Gaming Skater 7, for your $4.11. He says, here's the rest. Just didn't know if I had any more, but this is the rest. Thanks again for the awesome content. No, sir. Thank you again for the awesome donation. Again, you guys really don't know how much that ends up helping me out in the end, so awesome. Thanks for another good stream. I promise next time we'll get down with the shadows, and also the statue files will be finished, and I hope I can do that within an hour, and then boom, we'll be releasing the track. So again, thanks everybody for showing up. Part 5 in the books. We'll see you guys later.